up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because this video has probably been one of my most requested videos ever, and this is actually going to be a hair tutorial. I don't do a lot of hair tutorials on this channel, but I've been getting a ton of requests from my friends that I see every day in the real world, and also a lot on Instagram and Facebook. And everyone's always asking me how I curl my hair and get it to more of a wavy curl as opposed to a tight spiral curl. So after months and months and months of putting this video off, I'm finally sitting down today to go ahead and film this tutorial for you guys. So without further ado, if you would like to see how I achieved these wavy curls, then just keep watching. Okay, so before I actually start curling my hair, I want to give you guys a little bit of context for my hair. Right now, as you see it, this is my natural hair, like air dried and everything. So as you can see, it kind of has a little bit of waviness to it. Another thing is my hair is extremely thick. By the way, please ignore the swatch on my hand. I was swatching lipsticks and this still hasn't been able to wash off. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Now, what I typically like to do is I like to wash my hair at night. So I always take my shower at night if I can help it, because it really just helps me wind down and sleep much better. Also, I found that when I'm too lazy to take showers at night and I wait till the morning, it's like inevitable that I will run late because I cannot take a fast shower. It's just impossible. So I definitely prefer to wash my hair and take my showers at night, and then I usually do about an hour before I go to sleep so my hair has time to air dry. So I put it up in a towel for about 10 to 15 minutes so that way it's not just dripping everywhere, and then the rest of the time it's air dry. And the fact that it air dries means it's gonna be a little bit wavy, and that's gonna actually work to my advantage when I go in to curl my hair. So anyways, that's just a little bit of context for those of you guys who are wondering about my hair. If you're watching this and your hair is a little bit curlier or a little bit straighter than mine, you might want to try either blow drying it straight before you go in to curl it, or you might want to add a ton of product to your hair before you go in to curl it. You're just gonna have to figure out, you know, that perfect recipe for your hair before you go in to curl it if you want to try to achieve the same look I'm going for with this hair tutorial. Okay, I'm gonna shut up there and just jump right in to the actual curling. So again, this is my air dried hair. So what I typically do is I like to use my thumbnail and just kind of divide it almost straight down. And this is actually my natural part. As you can tell, I do have a cowlick on my forehead, and right now my bangs are extremely long. So I like to just part it right down the middle where it feels most natural to me. Once I have a somewhat straight of a part, then I kind of continue that down the back. And then I have my hair divided into two sections, and I'm going to take my hairbrush. I'm just going to quickly brush out my hair, just make sure that there's no knots or anything in it before I go to curl it, because that's really going to be the best for your hair. And I like to start curling on my left side. And then for my left side, I like to start at the top, the section right after my bangs. So this is my little bang section, and I usually curl that last. So I'm going to start right about here, and I like to take a section of hair that's not too small and not too large. It's hard for me to describe, so I'm going to just try to show you guys what I mean. This is about the thickness of hair, and each section that I take is going to be like just like this. So I'm taking that section of hair, I'm just combing out the knots, and I go down right to the middle of my section of hair, and this is where I'm going to start curling. So the curling iron that I use almost every day is from Conair. This is their Infinity Pro, and this is the 1-inch curling barrel. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. It does have a digital dial, which I am a fan of. I don't like the manual dials as much. I like the digital. And if I zoom you up close, you can see that I have it on the highest setting. Again, I have very thick hair, so I like to always curl it on the highest setting. Oh, and this was about $15 from Walmart, in case you're wondering where I got it. So going back to the shaft of hair, I'm going to the middle, I'm clamping it down, and I'm gonna slowly rotate it all the way up like this. And I like to hold it in place for about 4 seconds. The longer you hold it in place, the tighter the curl. So that's been about 4 seconds. Then I like to slowly fan that out towards the bottom. And I'm leaving about 1 to 2 inches of hair at the bottom section, curling that back in, and again, holding for 4 seconds. And voila, there is my curl. So I'm gonna show you guys that again. So I'm going to the next section over, still at the crown of the head, starting in the middle, rotating it in, holding for 4 seconds. And I'm going to go to the bottom of the hair shaft, leaving about 1 to 2 inches at the bottom, about that much, curling it in, and then holding for 4 seconds. And I have been using this technique for the past year. So I can actually do this very, very fast, but I'm trying to slow down and take my time. That way it makes the most sense to those of you guys watching who have yet to try this technique. Okay, so that is the crown section. I'm done with that. So what I do, because my hair is long, I don't have to worry about pinning it up or anything like that. I'm just gonna take the section of hair and throw it over my shoulders. Like that, where it's out of the way, and then I'm going to start on the hair right below that section. So again, starting from the middle, curling up, holding for about 4 seconds, releasing, going all the way to the end, stopping about 1 to 2 inches from the end, curling it all the way in, holding it for 4 seconds. The smaller section of hair you have, the faster it is to curl, so the tighter of a curl you're gonna have. And then the larger section of hair you take, the slower it takes to curl, so the more loose of a curl you're gonna get, which is ideal for when you want your hair to be nice and wavy. Also, another tip that I like to use to make sure that your hair has not been curling for too long is, while you're waiting for it to curl, I like to go ahead and lightly tap on the hair, and you can kind of feel how hot it's getting. So if it's not quite hot yet, then you know it's not done curling. If you're touching it and it's like very, very hot, that means you're probably curling it for too long and causing too much damage to your hair. But yeah, that's kind of a little tip or a hack I've been using for a while now. As you can see, my hair is very long, so I'm gonna try to curl these long pieces of hair and still get them in the shot. Then we're on to the very last section of hair. And usually on this last section of hair, the hair is, for me, is the most thick. So I like to hold it on for a couple extra seconds. So instead of 4, I usually hold it for about 6 seconds instead. And then I'm just gonna bring everything back in front of my shoulders. The only section I have left to do is just my bang section. So I'm taking this bang section and I'm using the exact same technique, but obviously this section of hair is much shorter than the rest. And I only hold down the bang section for about 2 seconds because my bangs are a lot more finer than the rest of my hair and I never want to just burn. Okay, and then I usually take the section right below the bang section and then I will curl that as well. This is all the hair that's going to be framing the face, so I want that to have the most curl. And again, holding this down for only 2 seconds. So that's basically it. What I like to do after that is just kind of use my fingers to comb out the curl and turn it into more of a wave. And then I also like to take my brush and kind of comb through that as well. And then now it's definitely more of a wavy curl than a tight spiral curl. It just has an overall smooth look to it. So here is the curled side, here is the non-curled side. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl this section off camera, and then I'll be right back to show you guys how I set this hairstyle for the day. So just did the same exact thing on this side, and again I brushed that out with my brush to make it more wavy. So the only thing I do to my hair after I've curled it is I go ahead and I take a little bit of hairspray, or should I say a lot of hairspray, and this will really hold my hairstyle throughout the day. So like if I go and curl my hair at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's still going to be curly by like midnight that night. My favorite hairspray from the drugstore is from Tresemme, and this is their level 5 hairspray. So it's the freeze hold. It's called Mega Firm Control, and here's what the can looks like. So it's the purple color. I know that they change the colors all the time, but it's just the one that has the most hold. So as you can see here, it says Mega Hold or maximum hold, whatever. But it's just like the little aerosol one. So what I like to do is divide my hair into sections and then kind of hairspray them by section. So the first section I take is right where my ears are. I take my thumbs and I pull back the rest of my hair. So I kind of have like half my hair up. Then I kind of just put it into my hand up here. And then as you can see, I have all this hair hanging down. And this is my first section of hair. And so I'm just going to take my hairspray and I'm going to just kind of spritz my entire bottom section. Okay, then just kind of let it set for a few seconds. Then I let my hair back down. Now I'm going to go to the crown of my head, kind of like right up here in between the top of my forehead and my eyebrows. I'm going to pull that section back. Same thing, kind of just wad it up in the palm of my hand. And then the rest of my hair is just hanging down. And then I'm going to hairspray that section next. And let it set for a couple of seconds. And then I'm gonna release the rest of my hair down. And then with my fingers, I like to kind of play with this top layer, the crown layer, and kind of just pull it back a little bit. And then I'm going to hairspray that section. And then I like to just spray the top, so that way my part stays in place. And then I just kind of push it up a little bit so it doesn't diminish any volume. Then what I like to do is I like to take my face framing layers and I just kind of flip it in front of my shoulders like so. I know my hair is long, so it's hard to get all of it in one shot. And then I kind of play around with my bangs and kind of place it exactly where I want them to be the rest of the day, because nothing drives me more crazy than bangs poking me in the eye. So I always have to kind of tuck them into another curl. So once I have it arranged like I desire, then I go ahead and I spray it. One should not talk while hairspraying. And then I'm going to hairspray the rest of this front section, starting from the top all the way down. Easy peasy. And then I'm just going to repeat that process on the other side. and that is it. I am usually set for the day. I'm going to bring some of my other layers around so you can kind of see. Here's what this side looks like, and then the other side. I'm actually going to try turning around and getting a shot from behind so you can see what my curls look like from the back of my head. So here's what my hair looks like from the back. And that is it for today's hair tutorial, how I curl my hair. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you would like to see more hair tutorial videos like this. I know for the most part I stick to just makeup and beauty related videos, but if you want to see more hair tutorials, then just leave me a comment down below and I will definitely see what I can do. Also, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave to see more videos like this. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome and amazing rest of the day or night, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.